Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be diving into Catalyst AI, driving innovation and empowerment in the Taraxa ecosystem.
Sounds pretty interesting.
It is. This deep dive takes us into the world of AI and blockchain, where a new AI agent called Catalyst is making waves. Imagine an AI that not only generates business ideas, but also ensures they benefit communities and are ethically sound.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's Catalyst in a nutshell.
That's really interesting. I mean, it really flips the script on how we typically think about technology, right? We often focus on the technical innovations themselves.
Yeah.
But Catalyst is designed with a social conscience, baked in.
Yeah, I'm curious. How exactly does Catalyst function within the Taraxa ecosystem? The source material mentions something called the virtual protocol.
Right. So Catalyst is built on the virtual protocol, which allows it to learn, plan, make decisions, and even execute actions on the blockchain. It's almost like a set of rules or a framework that empowers these AI agents to act autonomously.
Gotcha. So these AI agents, like Catalyst, can be thought of as independent actors working toward a common goal within the Taraxa network.
Exactly.
And you mentioned a common goal. What is that exactly?
So the heart of Catalyst's mission lies in what's called the Allium DAO.
Okay.
That stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization.
Okay.
It's essentially a community-governed entity that uses smart contracts on the blockchain to manage its operations. Catalyst and its fellow AI agents are designed to manage this DAO.
Okay. So we've got these AI agents operating on the virtual protocol.
Right.
Working together to manage the Allium DAO.
Exactly.
But what does that management look like in practice?
So Catalyst and its fellow agents have three primary functions within the Allium DAO. Idea generation, proposal evaluation, and fund management.
That sounds like a lot for an AI to handle.
It is.
Let's break those down, starting with idea generation.
Right. Okay. So Catalyst analyzes data from various sources, market trends, community needs, and even social media to generate business ideas tailored to specific communities.
Interesting.
Especially those that are often overlooked.
So instead of a venture capitalist picking winners and losers, you've got AI sifting through mountains of data to identify opportunities that could benefit those who need it most.
Exactly.
That sounds promising.
Yeah.
But how does it ensure these ideas are actually viable and ethical?
That's where proposal evaluation comes in.
Okay.
Catalyst filters each idea through a rigorous set of criteria, including ethical considerations and alignment with the Allium DAO's values, which focus on sustainability and social good. It's not just about generating any idea. It's about generating ideas that have a positive impact.
So like a built-in ethical compass guiding the entire process. This is really fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
But how do these ideas actually get off the ground?
That's where the third function comes in. Fund management. Catalyst uses advanced algorithms to manage the Allium DAO's resources and decide how to allocate funding to the most promising and impactful proposals. It's a bit like a self-governing investment fund where the decisions are made by AI based on data analysis and ethical framework.
It almost sounds too good to be true, but I'm also curious about these virtual agents themselves.
Right.
What makes them so special beyond these three core functions?
One of the key things that sets virtual agents apart is their ability to interact with people in a way that feels more human.
Okay.
They can engage in conversations, react to your actions, and even learn from past interactions.
So they're not just crunching numbers behind the scenes. They're actively engaging with users. That's a pretty significant departure from traditional AI.
Absolutely. And what's even more fascinating is that each interaction can lead to different outcomes, creating unique storylines for each user. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure game, but powered by AI on a blockchain platform.
That sounds incredible. I'm sure our listener, who's interested in both AI and blockchain, is probably thinking about the potential applications of this technology, especially in areas like gaming.
You're spot on. Virtual agents have the potential to revolutionize gaming by creating immersive and personalized experiences for millions of users simultaneously.
Wow.
They can act as characters, guides, or even opponents, adapting to each player's style and choices.
Okay. So we've got these AI agents generating ethical business ideas, managing funds, interacting with users, and potentially transforming the gaming landscape.
Yeah.
It's clear there's a lot of potential here.
Lots of potential.
But how does Catalyst actually create tangible change in the real world?
One of the key mechanisms behind Catalyst's impact is what they call the perpetual flywheel model.
Okay.
Essentially, as businesses within the Allium DAO generate profits, Those profits are reinvested back into the DAO to fund new initiatives.
So it's a self-sustaining system where success breeds more success. The more the ecosystem thrives, the more resources it has to fuel further growth and positive impact.
Exactly. It's a continuous cycle of reinvestment and expansion.
But let's get specific. What are some of the tangible benefits that Catalyst brings to the Taraxa ecosystem? How is it actually making a difference on the ground?
One of Catalyst's primary focuses is empowering underserved communities, particularly in developing nations.
Gotcha.
It does this by creating opportunities for economic growth, promoting financial inclusion, and fostering transparency.
That sounds like a tall order.
Yeah.
How does Catalyst actually achieve those goals?
Take the example of financial inclusion. Many people in developing countries lack access to traditional banking services.
Right.
Catalyst is working on developing blockchain-based microloan platforms that can connect lenders and borrowers directly without the need for intermediaries.
So people who might have been excluded from traditional financial systems can now access capital to start businesses, invest in education, or improve their lives. It's like democratizing access to financial resources.
Precisely. And because these platforms are built on the blockchain, they are transparent, secure, and more resistant to corruption.
That's really powerful. But what about the issue of economic growth? How does Catalyst stimulate that within these communities?
Catalyst analyzes local data to identify potential business opportunities that are tailored to the specific needs and resources of a community. It then helps to facilitate the creation and development of those businesses, providing guidance, resources, and even funding through the Allium DAO.
So it's not just about providing financial aid. It's about nurturing sustainable economic growth from within these communities.
Exactly. Catalyst acts as a facilitator and an enabler, helping communities to identify and capitalize on their own unique strengths and resources.
Now, all of this talk about ethical AI, sustainable growth, and community empowerment is really inspiring. But I have to ask, what are some of the challenges that Catalyst might face in achieving its ambitious goals?
Well, one of the biggest hurdles will be building trust and adoption. Blockchain technology and AI are still relatively new. And many people, particularly in underserved communities, may be hesitant to embrace these systems.
It makes sense. You're essentially asking people to trust a decentralized system powered by algorithms.
Right.
Building that trust will require clear communication, education, and tangible results.
Absolutely. Catalyst will need to demonstrate that it's not just another tech solution imposed from the outside, but rather a tool that can be used by communities to empower themselves.
It's about showing, not just telling, how this technology can make a real difference in people's lives.
Exactly. Another challenge will be navigating the regulatory landscape, which is still evolving rapidly in response to these emerging technologies. Catalyst will need to work closely with policymakers to ensure that its operations are compliant and that its potential benefits are fully understood.
It sounds like a balancing act between innovation and regulation.
It is. And then, of course, there's the challenge of scaling up these initiatives. Right now, Catalyst is focusing on specific projects and communities. But to truly achieve its vision of global impact, it will need to expand its reach significantly.
Scaling up is a common challenge for any ambitious project, but it seems particularly daunting in this case.
It can be.
How does Catalyst plan to address that?
That's where the power of AI and automation comes into play. By automating many of the processes involved in data analysis, proposal evaluation, and fund management, Catalyst can potentially operate at a much larger scale.
It's like leveraging the efficiency of AI to amplify its impact.
Exactly.
But scaling up also requires building a strong community of developers, entrepreneurs, and advocates who believe in Catalyst's vision.
Absolutely. It's about fostering a collaborative ecosystem where people can contribute their skills and ideas to further the mission of Catalyst.
It sounds like Catalyst's success hinges not just on its technological capabilities, but also on its ability to build a strong and supportive community. This isn't just about building a better blockchain, it's about building a better world, right?
Precisely. And that brings us back to the core mission of Catalyst driving positive change. It's not just about creating wealth or disrupting industries. It's about using technology to address some of the world's most pressing challenges.
I'm sure our listener who, is interested in learning how this technology can make a real difference is eager to hear about some specific examples. What are some of the projects that Catalyst is currently working on?
One area where Catalyst is making significant strides is in supply chain management. They're developing blockchain-based systems that can track goods and products from their origin all the way to the consumer.
So instead of relying on opaque and often unreliable systems,
Right.
you're creating a transparent and accountable way to track products. That has huge implications for ethical sourcing and fair trade practices.
Exactly. Consumers are becoming increasingly conscious of where their products come from and how they are produced.
Yeah.
Catalyst is providing a way for businesses to demonstrate their commitment to ethical and sustainable practices, which can build trust and loyalty among consumers.
It's a win-win situation. Consumers get peace of mind knowing that their purchases are ethically sourced, and businesses can differentiate themselves in the marketplace. Are there any other areas where Catalyst is making a real-world impact?
Another exciting area is in governance and civic engagement.
Okay.
Catalyst is exploring the use of blockchain technology to create more secure, transparent, and participatory voting systems.
This could be a game changer for democracy. Imagine a world where every vote is securely recorded and tamper-proof, where election manipulation becomes virtually impossible.
That's the vision. And it's not just about elections.
Right.
It's about giving people a greater voice in decisions that affect their lives. Catalyst is working on developing platforms that allow communities to engage in direct democracy, voting on proposals, and allocating resources in a transparent and accountable way.
It's like putting the power back into the hands of the people, giving them a direct say in shaping their communities and their futures. It's really inspiring to think about the potential of this technology to empower individuals and create more just and equitable societies.
And that's ultimately what Catalyst is all about, harnessing the power of technology to drive positive social change. It's a bold vision, and there will undoubtedly be challenges along the way.
Absolutely. But as we've discussed, Catalyst is already making tangible progress, and its commitment to ethical principles, community empowerment, and sustainable growth gives me hope for the future.
What does the future hold for Catalyst? What are some of the key things to watch for as this initiative evolves?
One key area to watch will be the development of new and innovative use cases for Catalyst's AI agents.
As the technology matures, we can expect to see applications in a wide range of fields, from healthcare and education to environmental conservation and disaster relief.
So it's not just about the specific projects that Catalyst is working on right now, but about the potential for this technology to be adapted and applied to countless other challenges. The possibilities seem endless.
They do.
Another key thing to watch will be the growth of the Taraxa ecosystem itself.
Right.
As more developers, entrepreneurs, and community leaders join the network, we can expect to see an explosion of creativity and innovation.
Exactly. It's like planting a seed and watching it grow into a thriving ecosystem. The more diverse and vibrant the community becomes, the more impactful Catalyst's work will be.
And finally, I think it's important to keep an eye on how Catalyst navigates the ethical considerations surrounding AI. As AI becomes more powerful and autonomous, it's crucial to ensure that it's used responsibly and in a way that benefits all of humanity.
A very important point.
That's a crucial point. This technology has immense potential for good, but it also carries risks if it's not developed and deployed thoughtfully. Catalyst's commitment to ethical principles is reassuring.
It is.
But it's something we need to remain vigilant about as AI continues to evolve.
Absolutely.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of Catalyst AI.
It has been.
We've learned how this innovative project is leveraging the power of AI and blockchain to create positive social impact, from empowering underserved communities to promoting ethical supply chains and fostering transparent governance.
It's been a fascinating exploration, and I hope our listener is as excited as we are about the potential of Catalyst to make a real difference in the world.
This is a story that's still being written.
It is.
We encourage you to continue following Catalyst's journey and to see how you might contribute to its mission of building a better future. Perhaps this deep dive has sparked some ideas of your own for how AI and blockchain can be used to create positive change.
Remember, innovation thrives on diverse perspectives and collaborative efforts.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Catalyst AI. We'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration of cutting-edge ideas and innovations.